What's up, people? Has the world ended yet? It's well on its way, right? Why is chess hard? Chess is hard. I don't think anybody can debate that fact. I don't even believe in facts. And yet that is a fact. Chess is hard. Difficult. Not hard as in the opposite of soft. Chess is difficult to master. Why? Why is chess difficult? Chess difficult. I think one of the reasons why chess is difficult, and it takes a whole lot of playing to finally comprehend this fully, is that in every single position that you have, and you have in an average game roughly 40 unique positions, and unique does not necessarily mean original. The first few moves of every position are not original at all. 40 unique positions though, and in every single one of those, there's a percentage breakdown of what could be considered. There are quality of moves. Quality of moves, okay? So you have 16 pieces a piece to be able to move. You can move any one of them, and you can move any one of them in any legal direction every time it's your turn. So you probably have, you have 8 possibilities for the pawns, times 2 for if you want to go forward twice. So to start off, you have 16 possible pawn moves, and you can move the knights, right? 17, 18, 19, 20. You can move the knights both in 2 ways at the beginning. So essentially you have 20 possible opening moves. And once the board opens up, you have more than 20 possible moves, right? And the problem comes in, the difficulty of it comes in when if you can objectively analyze each possibility, only a handful of them are what you would call okay moves. Okay as in not losing material, not going into a positionally bad structure for yourself, not overlooking some basic tactic, or even some eloquent tactic, even some hard-to-see tactic. So out of 20 moves, in the beginning, more of them are okay, but once you get into the middle and the end game, the band of acceptable moves shrinks. And in some positions, in some really complicated positions, there are only 1 or 2 possible moves that don't lose out of maybe, 50 possibilities if you're in the middle game. Maybe 50 is a little bit high, but say 25 possibilities, there's only 1 or 2 that don't lose. That occurs all the time in the game of chess. So I think the difficulty level is, it's not in understanding the basic core principles. It's not in understanding what a skewer, what a fork, what en passant is, what a backward pawn is, what a hanging pawn is, what a hanging piece is, what an X-ray, back rank, may, all these terms. They're not difficult to understand in and of themselves, but every position takes the possibilities and it exponentially multiplies them in some cases. And if you have to be so precise in finding the acceptable bandwidth of moves over every single move up to maybe 20, 30, 40, which is around how long the game lasts. 20 to 40 moves is probably the average. 20 is low, 40 is high. But you have to maintain that ability to discern first what is the acceptable range of moves, which is very tiny band, which sometimes shrinks to just one move, and sometimes the position is just slightly flipped compared to what you thought it was. For instance, you could have thought you had a slight edge in the position, so you should press, right? In the game, you should press, you should push, you should exert pressure, when in reality, the deeper knowledge of the position, i.e. computer, or just deeper analysis after the game, reveals that you did not have any pressure, and in fact your opponent had pressure. And say you're playing white, maybe it was negative 0.5, half a pawn down evaluation, and you just misevaluated the overall position. What that means is that you're playing with ghosts. You're trying to push an advantage that didn't exist in the first place. So at some point, if your opponent is being more accurate in analyzing the position, at some point the visual tide will turn and you will see, oh, I didn't even have the advantage. And that will come clear to you further on down the road because you were misinterpreting it the entire time. And we like to believe the sort of stories that we tell ourselves. So if we had this nice little narrative going on that says, you have the advantage, I have the advantage, we don't like to let that narrative go. This is why I think chess is so difficult. It's hard to maintain that incredible precision, which is the higher up you go in ability, the more precise your opponents get. They're not perfect, but they become more and more precise the higher in rating that you go. Just some thoughts on chess. I hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Peace!